How we doing? How we doing, everyone? It is Friday night, and we're going to be getting on with episode 6 now of Alan Wake. And I have no idea if this is going to be the end, but it feels like we're getting real close to the end. As you might be able to tell, we're just at the end of the last episode, so we'll start off with the recap and then see what goes on from there. Yeah, so I think we just jump right in it. If you're new here, I'm Merc Serene. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy your stay. Let's go ahead and jump in. But we're gonna lose this awesome music, but that's okay. Alright, make sure we're focused in the game here. All sounds should be on. Bomber, how are you doing on this lovely Friday? As we resume. We get some of the music, which is likely Poets of the Fall.
Previously on Alan Wake,
Lady
I wrote a
Delight.
horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Episode 6, Departure. Oh, 2 years ago in New York. So right before, it's been about 2 years since we were able to write. So sorry, it's like about right after our last book, The
I
Sudden
had a
Stop, came
hangover.
out.
My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
By the way, also, Alan Wake 2 has officially released, I believe, today. So I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that out there. Let's make sure, right? No Alan Wake 2 spoilers. We're absolutely going to play Alan Wake 2. I don't know when. We're definitely not going to jump right from the first one into the second one. Who knows how long. Eventually we'll get to it. And again, we may do a control playthrough before. It might be worth it. Let's keep going. Find those sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses at night.
The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun.
A daywalker, if you will.
I wasn't sure I'd make it out there without some painkillers. The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again.
Great.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Which we will check in due time. I'm going to see real quick first, of course, if there is coffee anywhere. Also, do we think this is a different QR code? I think I'm going to find out. That's for sure. Come on. Oh, I had it there for a second, and it disappeared. Yeah, that noise was pretty terrible. Come on. Thank you. No, this is Vision 2. This is the one that we saw before. Okay. I probably really should, like, actually open those and play them on stream, but... Keep moving. Double checking for that coffee. Nothing. You know, when we were in here last time, we weren't able to go in the living room, were we? Or did I just totally skip it? I may have totally just skipped it. For some reason, I don't remember being in there. Alright. Message.
You
have one new message.
Al, are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. Now, she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Barry and Alice definitely did not get along too well. We clearly partied way too hard last night. Now, watch our show.
I'd been a guest on the talk show the previous night.
Talk show,
talking
okay.
about my latest book. The show was supposed to be waiting for me on our TiVo.
Couch potato.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Gallic Show.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop.
Yeah, good read. Go buy it.
No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
Is that wise?
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan.
Wow, thanks.
We're good authors.
This might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
We killed the main character and then we couldn't write another book.
No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's it?
This whole time I'm clicking the left stick in,
Great.
and it's starting to
I gotta say, I'm glad
not be
to
fun
back
anymore.
home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the 2 of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for his Sam. And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you. And good night.
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are
Where
you going
is
to
she?
start with me about drinking now?
You know what?
I should have followed
Go
her
back to sleep,
advice.
Alan.
But suddenly I was angry. Mostly at my...
Okay.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour.
You're
It's
right,
gotten out
Zane
of
did
hand.
say that.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
Yeah, we all know how well that turned out.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice. I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this
Whoop,
alone.
he pulled the
Barry,
gun on her.
Take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Good luck, Al.
See you later. When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
Did the clicker make it sunny out, or did we just spend enough time last night that when we got in there it was almost dawn? Although this looks like more than just dawn, doesn't it? Looks like we've progressed a little bit into the day.
Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape. It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Okay, so there's one other thing I want to call out too. When we were on the talk show, there was someone sitting next to us, right? They said his name was Sam Lake. And as far as I'm aware, we have not seen a Sam Lake in the game at all. Like, who was he? Where did he come from? Well, turns out Sam Lake is the creative director of Remedy, which is the company that made this game. So it's kind of just like a nice little cameo, I think. Throw yourself in the game. Alright, so what gear do we have on us? We have 4 flares, 3 flashbangs, and a little bit of pistol ammo. I'm okay with that. Looks like we're gonna need to take a vehicle. I do kind of wonder, right, how much, like, exploration we could actually do if we just wanted to run around. Right? How big is the map actually? Like, what happens if we go, oh, it's time to leave? There just happens to be a log truck here, you know? No reason for that. Just is. And Alan left the world behind him. Yes. But, like, for example, could we not just jump out of the car, jump over any of these guardrails, and then go off and explore? I mean, it feels like we could, doesn't it? Which, this isn't really an open world game. How much stuff could we even find if we jumped off that way and then jumped off down there? You know what I mean? Experiment for another day. Although we will take a peek in the scenic area, right? It seems like every scenic area that we've been forced to stop at has had an upgrade. Not an upgrade, a coffee thermos or something. But I thought this was a flashlight upgrade, but it's just more battery, which I will gladly take, by the way. Alright. See you when you're back. There's like all of this space out here, though. I mean, if this was any other game, I feel like I would be out there exploring that. But I don't think there's going to be anything out there. I will absolutely tell you that those windows on the top of that barn, I was able to see all the way through. Oh. It appears that we may have to turn around. Just peeking. Okay. Here we go. Now then, the real question is, where is the correct path? Is it down there? Do we need to ditch the vehicle? That doesn't feel right. Maybe we can actually get out of the car in the tunnel and make it somewhere? Maybe. Oh, coffee. It would also be interesting if we could spend too much time out here and lose our daylight. It does feel like it's getting a little darker. Alright. Stop it here. See if we can get past this any way, right? Checkpoint.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
None of these are drivable, okay. Nothing hidden amongst them either. Got a lot of birds out here. Oh.
I will kill your wife.
And now it's nighttime. So it's very possible that the clicker did actually make it day. Because, I mean, look at that. We just like, changed realities, right? I mean, it almost feels a little bit like entering Silent Hill, if you will. The first manuscript page of episode 6. Is this all there is? Hold on, let's see if it scrolls. This may be a short chapter. I have no idea. Let's find out.
The dark presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
It doesn't want us anymore. I'd feel really bad about that. Okay, a car that we can drive. Kind of looking up there. Make sure nothing glowing, right? Hold on. Okay, I thought I saw something on the other side of that vehicle. I did not. I don't even know if we need to take him out. I feel like I can probably just drive past most of the enemies here. Probably. I think a bird just hit us. Felt like a bird just hit us anyways. Guy coming in behind us. Looks like we have to take this detour, don't we? Okay. What is this place? The Majestic Hotel. It's lit up inside. Let's stop here. I want to stop here. I see there's a ramp for us to jump, right, in the car. But this place is lit up. Lit up for a reason, right? I'm probably gonna walk all the way around it too. Also, hold up. I see a little tiny flashing light way out there. Do you think we could be seeing like a manuscript page from this far away? Imagine if there was that darkness police spike strip. Yeah. That would ruin us.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Okay. The Majestic Motel. General information, refundable $100 security deposit is required on all reservations. No personal checks accepted. We take all major credit cards and bank cards. Checkout time is 10 a.m., no loud music, and no pets. 1 vehicle per unit. Facilities are for registered guests only. No visitors are allowed on premises after 9 p.m. We hope you enjoy your stay. If you're a senior or vet, ask about our discounts. Okay. Random bathroom with coffee. Yes. Toilet coffee. The best. We got a checkpoint here. Huh, okay. Shotgun. I do really think we could have totally just skipped this whole, like, building if we really wanted to. There's a really long piece of paper right there. I'm trying to maneuver the camera to see what that is, but I cannot. Okay, can't go in that door. Okay, this was Nightingale's room. Let's see what's in here. He has lots of photos of... Guessing that's Alice. I can't quite tell. And then us as well. Barry was under that one. A lot of alcohol.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
So, we know that he was taken, right? He was definitely taken, but we don't know if...
Look after yourself,
if he was, like, dead? Or if he might show back up again. Whoa, that was a weird dodge. Okay, I would like to check the other rooms if we can. We probably can't. No, okay. So there's clearly a jump, which is going to be fun to take in the car. Quickly see if there's anything else around here. Look, there's actually a car right here that we could take instead. I mean, I think we have to do the jump because it's going to be fun. But this looks like a nicer car, doesn't it? Maybe we do the jump and then we swap to this car anyways. I don't know. I was honestly expecting something to be back here. Coffee? Manuscript page? There's nothing back here. Okay. Sure. There's another one of these again. I'm gonna do it. What? There we go. What a waste of ammo. Okay, that was nowhere near as fun as I had hoped it was gonna be. The steering it feels different on this vehicle. It feels worse. There's vehicles and some shipping crates up there. Not seeing any collectibles though. We move on. It's ever so slightly less cool than expected. Really was, yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right of way. Can I drive on this? Having some problems. I feel like I should be able to drive up on this. Let's try it again from a better angle. Answer? Oh, we're making it? We're making it. No, I think we just killed the vehicle. Weird. I'm assuming we're supposed to cross this bridge, but invisible walls on this thing. If we don't cross the bridge, we go the other way. Jeez. Can I climb through there? No. We gotta go all the way back around. How did that guy die behind us? And it made the weirdest sound. I feel like that should have been a checkpoint, right? Flares, I like it. They want us to climb this? No. If they're giving us flares, we must need them, right? Also, what the heck is that? The end of the bridge. Is it like a Mothman? Cardiac arrest got that guy back there? Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, get it? Cardiac? Yeah. Hold up, we're gonna hide behind the car. Okay.
What the hell?
I couldn't even move. Okay, hold on. This is gonna help. I mean, something's gotta help, right? We're about to die. Okay. That was cool. Let's see if those guys will just explode again. Sure did. Come on this way, I dare you. I love it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of like looking out there. Like, what is that black thing? Might be dumb, but I really want to see what it is. Oh, it's a tire, but around the tire is a vehicle. I got it. Didn't see that guy. Why does Alan feel like doing it alone? Why not bring both the policewoman and Barry? Well, I feel like we don't want to bring Barry very specifically to keep him safe. Like, that's my thought there. And he probably doesn't want to bring the others to keep them safe as well. But we probably would be in a much better situation, right, if at least the sheriff came with us.
What the hell?
You see that bit of light on the left? It must just be... Oh! From the vehicle. Okay, we're getting hit pretty hard here. Okay, you cannot walk into them. That's bad. I'm gonna do another flare. Ah, okay. I might need to use a flashbang. Bring as many people as possible, but then what if they die? This was a terrible checkpoint, by the way. Terrible. Why did why did we think we could drive across this bridge? How dumb was that? Alright, we have we're gonna have 6 flares, so I may as well just kind of keep a flare out the whole time. Oh, I was trying to jump, because like, we're gonna not be able to move here in a second, right?
What the hell?
Okay, now I can move again. We do this. I can't move. I'm stuck. Needed to jump. I couldn't jump with the flare. We're just getting, like, beat up on this bridge. Holy cow. You're just writing him back to life. Supposedly it doesn't work like that, though. Okay. The guy to our right. See him? Look at that jerk. Alright. Maybe we need to use flashbangs here. I really wanted to hold on to them. Really, really wanted to hold on to them, but they might be the solution.
What the hell?
Explode! Run! This barrel's safe, right? I don't like the looks of that one. Oh, don't let us die when we got so close. That was nuts. Nice to see you too, he says. Yeah, okay. What do we got left? We've got no flashbangs left. And the flashbangs weren't as helpful in that part as I was hoping. If it didn't work like that, you would write, dispute it not working like that, I tried, or despite it not working like that, I tried anyway, and much to my relief, it worked. Bomber, you would be too powerful at this power. Alright, is the light a fake out? No, it's real. Okay. Full heal. Is it a coincidence that it's the same vehicle that we were driving when we got here? I feel like it might be. It was a long bridge. You're not wrong about that. It felt way too long, in fact. Bam. A lot of guys coming up. I don't know if we really want to be hitting them all. I do have a feeling if we do, that will be significantly lowering the durability of our vehicle. Jump! Okay, so our headlights don't work too much on that truck, by the way. Basically used all of our battery on it and it didn't seem to do anything. Gotta be way back onto the road over here, right? Yes? What? Oh, we got the, like, teleport guys now, too. New car if we wanted to swap. I mean, we're missing our hood. Maybe we should have. Oh boy. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I have a feeling we can't drive the vehicle anymore. Okay. So it's funny, like sometimes when you get games that have car driving sections, sometimes they're like, the game could do better without them. But I will say, I actually think they're pretty decent in this. All right, more batteries. We're totally full on batteries. We got the better shotgun. We move. Oh, we almost stepped in black goop. See that? Can't get that one? Maybe that other stuff isn't black goop on the right. Maybe that's like clothing or something. Or trash. Refuse. Nope, it's black goop. I'm gonna ask you a question. I have seen, it looks like my screen, I don't know if it's a monitor thing, but it looks like it's flashing. Not my main one with the game on it, but like this one over here. It seems to flash every so often. Are you seeing anything on stream? Any weird flashes? I don't know why I'm burning all of it. I probably don't really need to, but I want to. Haven't noticed? Okay. Good. See stuff to pick up. Is this a fight it moment? Or do we think that this is a flee moment? Because I'm seeing lots of stuff to pick up. I'm not sure. I did see another guy back there, don't worry. I think it's a move moment. There's even more coming up. Oh, coming from behind. Flare. I wasn't actually a big fan of that moment. Where it, like, bullet timed us with the flare out. Okay. Oh, is that a manuscript page that we almost missed? It sure is.
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
Yeah, we're full on that. Give me the ammo, please. Ammo? Ammo? Thank you. Oh, we're full on that too. Oh, okay. Another driving scene. Do it. Okay, way over on the right, behind that big sign, I see something. Do you think that's a manuscript page up there? I don't know how we would get up to it if it was. No, okay, it's a light. I saw it now. I saw it for what it was. Okay, we can't go straight. You know, I feel like these barriers we could totally just drive through if we really wanted to. Except the game probably doesn't let us. So here we go. Oh! Got some yellow markers here. Alright, so there was an arrow. I thought there was an arrow right here. There's definitely one on the left. Pointing left. I could have swore that I saw another one over this way, pointing right. Okay then. For the next, oh, it's right there. Okay. This looks like a great spot to get jumped, though, doesn't it? I think it does. I wonder if the darkness knows about these things, and it, like, puts Taken around them. So were they supposed to pop out after we opened the box? But because we went around the back? I don't know. Okay, that's a good lot of stuff, right? We got two flashbangs, two flares that we can shoot. It's good. All good. Stuck on a little bit of a tree. I want to go in this building if we can. I assume we probably have to. Oh, look. I did see an arrow on this side. Okay. Another way to get there. All visitors must see the yard manager. You must sign a liability waiver before entering the yard. If you're looking for a specific part, ask for it first. Before you pull it, you must bring your own tools. Wear protective clothing. Junk piles may shift hazardous area. Okay. So this is a junkyard that we're gonna head up through, I imagine. I heard him! I wasn't sure where he was. Whoa! There might be another one. Maybe not. Okay, maybe we're good. What do we got? The hunting rifle. We have 28 shotgun shells, though. I feel like we stay with the shotgun. Although, that being said, right, the guys who kind of like go invisible and then run really fast, they're not really teleporters, but they kind of feel like teleporters. The hunting rifle's really good for them. See what else we find in here. Because I just don't know if it's worth trading the pump action with 28 shots for the hunting rifle, and I think we might be lucky if we have 8 shots. Might have more than that. Oh, almost shot a flare off. That would have been terrible. I don't know how I missed so much. I feel like we shouldn't have missed anywhere near that much. Looked like our light was directly on it. Maybe it's the fact that we've got such a big flashlight that maybe aim on it's not exactly... Or maybe it's because we were so close. I was kind of aiming where the bright beam is, but maybe I needed to aim like above it. Of course. I think we're gonna leave the hunting rifle. That's what's happening. I hear a guy moving, by the way. I could hear someone walking. Let's take the light and power truck. Because I like light and power, especially in this game. A jump! I mean, not a great one, but it was still a jump. This feels like a boss battle. Doesn't it? Feel like an arena? I see something back there. You see that? That's gonna come to life on us, by the way. I just know it. Sorry. Backing up into this spot here. We can quickly get back in the car. Manuscript page.
Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Oh, now we know why he's wearing the diver suit. Because Barbara, taken over by the darkness, he could not kill. What did he do? He put on a diving suit, grabbed her, and jumped into the lake to sink to the bottom. Hopefully there, it could never resurface. Alright, so before I start this, what are we expecting this to do? I'm looking for like a power line connected to this. Oh, we got flashbang and flare here. Perfect. I'll take all of those. Oh, no, that's not... Oh, here. It's gonna go out that way. And who knows what. Okay. I guess we find out when we do it. Do we have a timer, you think? I bet we have a timer. I'm leaving the truck. Probably shouldn't have left the truck. That's right, stay in the flare. Uh-oh. It's coming! Okay. Truck's down. It's a very slow lift. Do I want to get in this now? I don't even know if we can drive out. There's no one else here. Were we supposed to fight that for a much longer period of time? What do you think? Alright, I think it's large enough for to drive. So let's drive. I'm gonna do it like a quick spin around over here so we can line ourselves up. Just too good. You're right. You're right. I'm not gonna deny it. Oh look, a replacement truck, the exact same one. Guess I'll take it. Ours has a little bit of damage on it, you know? Little tiny bit of damage could make a big difference. There's all this space back here. It'd be a shame if they didn't put anything back here, right? You know what, though? This could be a spot for, like, a manuscript page on Nightmare, because I imagine the manuscript pages on Nightmare are going to be harder to find. You know what would be a nice feature? If after you beat the game, if they let you select any episode, right? And then play from that episode? That way, if like you play all the way through episode 5 and you didn't find something, you don't have to replay the whole game to get there again. I just saw that little tiny flash again. You know, I'm not entirely sure if it's my monitor flashing or if it's one of the OBS windows. You didn't see a flash though, then I think we're good. Kind of looked like it may have just been the stats page, which is, it shows me things like frame drop and all that for OBS. Alright, nothing happened there. We do have a box here though. How are you doing, Lisa Jean? Welcome, welcome. Oh, we're not full on battery, for once. This is our, it's essentially my first time playing Alan Wake. However, I did own it on the Xbox 360 back in the day, and I did play it, I just never beat it. So, so this is like as far as I've ever seen.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
We have to do a lot of things. So, what's your experience with this game? Have you played it before, or are you just checking it out because Alan Wake 2 just released? Follow. Okay. We will. Sort of. What kind of games do I usually play? Well, it's a variety of games, if you will. So we just finished a playthrough of the main game for Pokemon Violet, and that was a pretty good time. We have another game going right now called Lunar Lux, which is an indie. We kind of do like longer games intermixed with some shorter like indie type stuff. However, for this game specifically, we've just been going full in on it. Oh, I saw a dude running out that way. I saw him. Yeah. Basically, I stream whatever seems like a good time at the time. I'm stuck, floating. Okay, there we go. We have a Discord, right? If you're at all interested in that, and in the Discord, there is a link to a Google Doc that has all of our stream backlog games, so everything that's going to be upcoming. If you're at all interested. And I also post on a second tab on there all the games we've played with links to their playlist on YouTube. Yes, thank you for the links, Bomber. So, it's basically every Monday and Friday at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time until 10:30 or so. And then it's almost every Monday and Friday. And then Wednesday is the bonus day, and we are usually here on a Wednesday. We were not this week, though. I did have some other plans, met some friends and that kind of stuff. That being said, there's always possibility for weekend streams and all that kind of stuff, too. I'll pick that up because we'll get some additional ammo, I think. No collectibles? No collectibles. Okay, so do you see these lights? I feel like this is going to be a stand, if you will, against some kind of horde. I'm going to turn them on and get them ready. Sent me a friend request on Discord, I take it. I'll check that out later, but yes, the surprise Saturday video. Oh boy. Okay, I think I would like to get back here and turn these back on. However... Ow, come on! That guy's already broken. Interesting. However, yeah, to join, like, the Discord, you don't necessarily need to send a friend request or anything. The channel is open with the link. The link that's in chat, the link that's also below. It got loud. I will say, I feel like one of the down parts of this game, for the most part, I've liked everything about the game. One of the downsides has been the audio. I feel like it's a little loud in places, and I feel like a lot of the voices are low. I don't have a huge ability to change that. I can't bring the voice audio up anymore. There's the hunting rifle. Oh, what game is good for streaming? Hey, let me pause it for a second, right? So this is my experience, and my experience may not work for everyone, right? But you want to stream the games that you're going to enjoy playing. But that also being said, if you're looking to try to get eyes on your stream, you don't want to stream like the new thing, right? So Alan Wake 2 just came out today. If I was streaming Alan Wake 2 today, I'd be one of, what is it, probably 3,000 people streaming. So there might be a lot of viewers, but there's also a lot of streamers. So if you're looking to kind of get people to join your streams and everything, you're going to want to pick something that's got a much smaller stream base. Hopefully a game that attracts a lot of eyes, but doesn't have a lot of people streaming. And for the most part, that would be games, smaller games, like indie developed games and whatnot, not the big game that come out. That being said, right, if you play the big game 9 months after it came out, all of the big streamers who have already streamed it are done, and other people might still want to check that game out, and so then it's a good time to do it, yeah. But it always comes down to, make sure you're streaming the thing that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to put on a good stream, you're not going to be engaged, you know? Okay, I want to undo my focus on that so I can grab this thing. I feel like I should see something in the sky coming towards us. So what games are you into? Oh boy, we got a chainsaw dude. I'm gonna pull the shotgun out for him. I can barely even see him. He's got like additional protection. Ow! Oh boy. Flare time. So I think they want us to maybe try to loop him around. Oh, I tried to dodge it. Yeah, you stay right there in the light, please. Flare. Oh boy. Oh, okay, jeez. I thought we were stuck trying to grab it and I couldn't jump or anything. I really should have used probably one of the flare, like, ammo. Let's see. Oh, an art channel soon. That's awesome. That's awesome. I follow a few art streamers on Twitch. Digital art. I also follow some people doing 3D art, modeling, and there's a guy I follow who does like it's not computer digital 3D modeling. He does actual like real modeling on stream, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's definitely a thing out there for watching art for sure. But advice for like art streams? Nope, I don't have that. We tried to do a sort of art stream once. There was a Gundam model kit. I had I don't have it in such a good way that I can show it, but I have on my table right here. I have another light with a camera mounted on the light. It's just a rough shot job. But the camera turned out to not be very good. But I had it straight down at the table so you could see what I was working on, and I was building a Gundam model kit. And it was a good stream. It was a fun stream. But if I ever wanted to do it again, I know that I need a better camera, just because it was not great. Yeah, sure. You can show some art off. Yeah, what kinds of art do you make? Fantasy style, or realistic, or what is it? Sorry, I've got one message I gotta take care of real quick. Also, I will wave. I do have Discord open on the side. Well, not really. It's minimized, but I do have it available if needed. I do check the Discord quite frequently, every single day. If you're at all interested
I found
in
myself
chatting.
in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
So he says here, right, for someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. Do we think the darkness... We already know that it used a writer in the past, and then it used the band, right, after that, the Old Gods of Asgard. Do we think it could use any kind of artist? Could it use the painter, the sculptor, or something like that? And if so, I wonder what it would feel like for them. I'm also kind of wondering now, he could sense the story of the manuscript all around me. The words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real. When he says that, is it a metaphor? Or are we actually going to see, like, real, like, words floating in the sky, and then they're going to attack us? You do logos and emotes, overlays, and that kind of stuff. That's neat. You're also a merch and web designer and video editor. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That being said, right, I've done a decent amount of web development, not design, development really, and video editing. So we do have in the links in the chat and below, there is a YouTube channel out there. I haven't posted on it a bit because I've been focusing on the streaming, but I was putting out like a weekly video for Minecraft, and then I did a couple other things as well, but I learned a lot of video editing for that. Granted, I had a tiny bit of exposure to video editing before. Tiny. I learned a lot in the process of doing this, though. Okay, page found. Push. If I ever make a game, I'm not doing things like this. Having you scene transition by mashing a button on a thing that you slowly move. Well, you know, one of the other things that they do is they have you go down the narrow corridor and your character's just like sliding through. I know why they do it, right? That whole thing was invented for loading. Right? It was, oh, make sure you can't see what's in front of you, right? Make sure there's a wall or something. Maybe you can see a tiny bit. And that whole transition of you slowly making it through that passage is the load. And that might be something that you have to do, depending on what your game is, and your engine, and the platform, and everything, right? That you maybe have to. But you have an option not to. Like that right there. I don't know if that was a load that we just did, because we had to do one of those to get into the building as well. It didn't feel like it. It felt just like a
peak in the distance.
Like a mechanic.
That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Not a super fun one either. Why is there so much light over there? What is the light? You're actually working on your art, Bomber? That's pretty great. Also, for Lisa, so, I would love, right, for, you know, community created art and whatnot, and all that kind of stuff, commissions and everything like that. But the emphasis, right, is on the word community. So if you stick around, you know, you come hang out in streams here and there, and participate in chat and all that kind of stuff, I would absolutely look into it further. I will say at this moment, right, I don't have a huge need. I mean, there's definitely things I need. Like, that's not up for debate. I need some things, but I don't have the availability for it just yet. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm not looking for a commission on anything at this very moment. But in the future, I absolutely will be. And if you're someone who sticks around and whatnot, I would absolutely hit you up. That's okay. I mean, like I said, I don't have the funding, right, to be able to even pay for anything. So I wouldn't want you to have to try making an animated logo or anything like that. Okay, so that was a weird sort of mechanic there because we got blocked by the birds by the control stick of the cart. Come on, birds, come at me. Ooh, if it flies, it burns trophy. I wonder how many people have missed out on that. I can see myself missing out on that if I tried dodging a lot of the birds. I was also expecting more bird attacks, you know? Hold up. Up is the right way to go, isn't it? I think I want to run down there and hit the light first. Because that's going to be a checkpoint. If working on is considered to be a 4-year-old level stick figure art, then yes. Just a rough outline for your wife to improve. Wait, you're gonna make your wife do it? Nightmare mode is probably the real mode. I mean, so like let's talk about that for a second, right? I don't feel like the game has been a walk in the park. I actually think the difficulty on the normal mode, which, again, right, we have to beat normal to even get to Nightmare. But I feel like the difficulty here has been pretty good. We've died a few times. We definitely have way more ammo and battery and all of that than I think, like, we need, right? And I think that's maybe part of the harder challenge in Nightmare mode. But I wouldn't say this isn't a real mode. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Oh, I can't even pick up more flare gun ammo. I mean, like, that's the thing. On Nightmare, we probably have to use more of our tools. The bridge was hard. Some of our bosses were hard, but we've been over-equipped. Yeah, that's the thing. We're always seemingly over-equipped. Okay. Dang birds. This is a weird spot to fight him in because, like, we don't have a good visibility up into the air because of the bridge. Alright, let's move. I'm expecting, I don't know, coffee? Although I'm not seeing anything over here. Wow, oncology. I mean, yeah, it's... If Nightmare mode was available, I probably would have played it from the start. And then I do wonder, I always do this, right? I always play games on their hardest difficulty. And sometimes I wish I didn't. But like when the harder difficulty is available, it can be difficult for me to not do it. Like, I might not be having a fun time, and I'll still be like, oh, but, you know, the challenge. I gotta do it for the challenge. Okay, so, oh boy, we almost fell. That right there, that wasn't a load. I don't really know why we did that exactly. Like, gameplay-wise, why did we do that? Was that fun to do? Was pushing that fun? I argue, no. It just kind of wasted time. I mean, it was kind of neat that it, like, broke the bridge below it and had some interesting effect. But just game mechanics like that, I don't know. You gotta question what, like, when you're implementing something, why are we implementing that thing? Oh, gunk on the ground. Bird attack! Man, those birds eat like almost an entire battery to get rid of. I kind of wonder if that's what they're meant for. If they were designed as battery eaters. Alright, that is nothing. We go up. Have I seen the chicken attack video, music video? I can't say that it's ringing a bell. Also, I see a dude back there. Do you see the dude back there? Oh, I see two dudes. There's one right there, and there's another one right behind this box. Ow! Oh, we got a big guy. Hold on. This is a perfect time to shoot a flare. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. Something with the sun. What is that? Oh, a can. Okay. I don't think this is going to be a thing. I don't think it's going to be a thing. But you know how I like to go out on, like, weird theory kind of stuff? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. You're totally right. As soon as I saw the words in the right order, that's what it was. We know, right, that in between now and when we wrote the last book, we started partying really hard. I think we started drinking a lot. We promised ourselves in that past vision we would stop drinking. What if this whole thing, what if the darkness is like the addiction or the mental illness or something, and it's all, the whole game, the book. Maybe we're playing through a book, and the book isn't reality, and the whole thing is a metaphor for that mental illness, the addiction, the whatever. And the reason I say that is because we see through the game lots of like beer cans and alcohol and stuff like that, and we have Nightingale who came through. And our previous character, by the way, not us, but our previous character was like I don't know if he was actually an FBI agent, but he was definitely a detective or a cop or something, right? So it kind of makes sense. Nightingale could be like that guy was, but we're projecting ourselves into him with all the alcohol and drinking. I don't know. I don't think that's actually what's going on here, but I do like to talk about stuff like that. Stagecraft is an art that you can do very well, and you know a bit of Shakespeare. I think stagecraft is awesome. I was never one for theater, meaning I was never one to be in like a play or anything like that. It might be funny, right? I'm here right now in front of you in this camera, and people can see me, and I'm interacting, and I'm sort of on the stage of your screen, as you will. But man, in my past, I did not want to be on a stage. I didn't want that at all. I didn't want anyone to be paying that much focus and attention on me, you know? When I did, this is funny. I've talked about this before, but it was 2016, I think, when I tried streaming the first time, like really tried streaming. That's when I built my green screen. By the way, I made that myself. Being on stream, like doing a 2-hour stream, was exhausting. I would get done with the stream and I would just be so exhausted, and it was because I was on camera, because I knew people were watching or could be watching or whatever, and it just drained me so much. And there was a lot of like, I'm gonna say fear. Fear is probably an alright word, right? Of being like, that next stream, should I even do it? I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. Why would I want to do it? And so fast forward to now. When I say now, I really mean like a year ago or more, whenever the first Pokemon Arceus game was, right? Because that was the first game I started streaming again, and I didn't have a camera. I had a camera. I had this exact camera from 2016. I didn't have it equipped. No, we're not video game characters. It was in a drawer, and it sat in that drawer, and there was little reason for me to want to pull it out. But the reason why I think I even felt up to streaming was because I was doing the YouTube videos. And I got pretty comfortable talking to myself, but talking to the microphone and all of that. And so then when I started doing the streams, I didn't want to have the camera. And then after, I don't know how many it was, 10 streams or so, I was like, you know what, let's try the camera. Let's see if I felt uncomfortable again. And I think a few other things had changed in my life as well. Since then, you know, I took on more like leadership responsibilities and that kind of stuff, and talking in front of people. I mean, I lead meetings every day now, in which I used to just take part in meetings. I mean, I may have had significant parts of meetings, right, in the past, but I wasn't leading them. I wasn't the one on stage. At my last company, we did at my last company, we did some things really well, and those would be like demos to stakeholders and all that kind of stuff. And they would be in a large room with a lot of people watching. And our demos were fairly hit or miss, honestly. I don't think we really ever had too many good ones. And the reason why we didn't have too many good ones is either because, you know, something with the product, which hadn't even released yet, right? It was still being built. It wasn't quite ready, or something wasn't set up correctly for the environment that we were demoing in, or there was something wrong with the hardware, or, you know, there's all these different things. And so, like, if you have an issue with the hardware, with the thing you're demoing, you might have a bad presentation because that thing's not working well. Eventually, I did one, and they were like, this was the best one we've ever had. It was actually really good. It went very well. We had one hiccup with the demo stuff, but I was able to just maneuver around it. Like, it wasn't a big deal. And, like, from that moment, I think is when I started really getting a lot better at, like, public speaking, if you will, right? And that's where we are now. And now I have no concerns about being on camera right now talking to you or whatever. Bomber, you were in theater in high school and in your early to mid-20s, heavily involved in community theater. Yeah, like, in high school, that would have been, like, one of my worst nightmares, being on stage in front of all those people. I would have hated it. In fact, when I was younger, much younger, I was signed up. This was like a summer camp sort of thing. It was like a week-long event at a local college, and I was younger, I don't know, 8, maybe 8 feels about right, but I'm really not sure. I can't remember my age. I know I was younger though, right? And this whole thing, it was a thing that my mom signed me up for, of course, and it was definitely a theater show. But we did other things throughout the day. Like I said, it was a week-long camp. It was just a day camp, but so it was like craft things and other things, and I think we played games and stuff too. But there was actually a show that was going to happen, and it was like the Wizard of Oz, but it was Western themed. It was really weird, and instead of the monkeys, they were like tarantulas or something, and I was one of those. But it meant I didn't have any speaking lines, and all I had to do was go out on stage and like we just like ran around the stage in a line and then left. But I hated it. I hated it so much. You use the word equip when you're getting ready in the morning? You gotta equip your watch before you leave, yeah. So for work, you gotta do a presentation and you will dread it. But when you have a script and a stage blocking, you're good to go. It is a different mindset, right? Because in the stage, right? You are giving a presentation, right? You're doing something. It's different though. You're putting on a character. You're putting on a facade of yourself, right? It's not really you. It's the character that you've built for whatever you're portraying. So it's kind of a mask, if you will. But when you're in front of those people at work, it's yourself. So that might be the difference for you. I don't know. I will say that there is still an occasion for like a work thing or whatever when I'll feel nervous. And I'll just be like sitting there thinking to myself, why? Why am I feeling nervous about this? All I got to do is just talk to some people. They're just people. I don't know. So I would say I'm not fully over that. I don't know if like tomorrow I'd be like, yeah, I think I do want to go participate in a play and have voice lines. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I certainly wouldn't have 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe today. You know what else is different? I ran a D&D game, right, for years, in which case you do a lot of talking. You're all playing together, right? But the DM is sort of orchestrator, right? And so you're the one presenting all the situations, and you're the one who has to react to what they've done, come up with things on the fly, and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that helps too, because I do also remember the first time I DM'd, it was for people I knew fairly well, and I was still nervous about it. Even though, like, I shouldn't have been, I guess, I was still nervous about it. And that didn't go away for a little bit. And then all of a sudden it was just gone, you know? Yeah, the DM plays everyone else in the world. And not just the people, but the world itself, right? The weather, the monsters, everything. Everything's the DM in the world, and so you do a lot. And I think it's a really good skill. I feel like anyone who hasn't played D&D should, because I think it's a great thing. When I say D&D, I mean tabletop role playing. You don't have to play D&D. You can play anything. I think everyone should give it a try. And then I think everyone should also give being a DM a try, because I think there is an interesting perspective. And being a DM here's the thing. I never play in games anymore. I run them, or I don't play in them because no one else wants to run them, is usually what happens. But I feel like if I was a player tomorrow in a game, I would be such a different player than I used to be, because I know, as a DM, what I like from my players, and so I would probably lean a lot heavier into the roleplay aspect and all of that kind of stuff. But yes, I am the forever DM. On occasion, something else pops up, but it's really short-lived or whatever, and it is what it is, unfortunately. That being said, I have a friend who has talked about more than once running a cyberpunk game. I mean, for years now, like 8 years or something. I feel like he's talked about running a cyberpunk game, and I keep trying to pressure him into it. So one of these days, I might get to play in a cyberpunk game. And I have another one who did bring up a Starfield game. Starfinder. Sorry. Like Pathfinder, but in space, Starfinder. Starfield's that other game that I haven't played now. It's not true. I did play Starfield once for like 2 hours the other day, and I would really like to spend more time in it. But man, like with the puppy and whatnot, it's just like, and streaming, I don't get that many chances, I think, to play something that takes multiple hours, it's feeling like right now. That's outside of streaming, of course. And when I do, if I like I've done this. I've sat down at the computer, I'm like, I'm gonna play Starfield, and then I look at it in the Steam library and I go, but it's such a big commitment. You know what I mean? It's like, you can go find a quest that you can do in 20 minutes, but you might want to fully explore a planet. And but when I say fully, I don't mean fully. I mean, like, get all the things, and by all the things, I mean, sorry. Let me use words. I want to scan all the plants, I want to scan all the monsters, or aliens, and I want to scan all the minerals and that kind of stuff. And that takes time. So every time I kind of like look at it, I'm like, man, this is just daunting now, because I know of all the things I want to do and should do. So when you play Bomber, you are loose on the rules as a DM. If it's cool and you roll good, you can do the thing. I definitely do that, but it's not in everything. It's probably not most of the time, but I definitely do that. The rule of cool is definitely a thing for a reason, right? I like to run a little bit of a gritty game. So we're not playing Monty Python and the Holy Grail, right? We're playing something a little bit more gritty, and people do occasionally lose their character, but I feel like it adds so much more to the game when you have agency and whatnot. And so if the player comes up with this crazy, like, cockamamie scheme, it's just never going to work. It doesn't matter how well they roll. But if they come up with something crazy that has any sort of fiber to it, of like, maybe this could, I do let them roll for stuff like that, and it does certainly result in some cool things. Unfortunately, the Rolemaster game, because I was telling everyone about this before, right? The Rolemaster game that we were playing, it didn't really get off the ground, and it just came down to schedules. I also feel like in order to have a successful game, you have to play every week, right? Because if you're going longer than a week, you're starting to forget bits of the story. Everyone, the DM and the players and everything, right? You're forgetting bits of the story. And when you're playing a new system, specifically, like Rollmaster was new to the group, even though it was older. It's so much different than Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think the game is complicated, and we had some tools to help us out on things like attack rolls and all that. However, it's different enough that, like, if you don't keep doing it, you keep forgetting things. And so to be like, oh, how does it work when you want to make an attack with a spell on a wand? Well, that's different than making an attack normally. And just those rules and stuff, while not super difficult, they're just not embedded yet in anyone's mind. And we'd play a week, we'd play the next week, and then we'd go 2 or 3 weeks without playing. And then we'd play, and then we'd go another 2 weeks without playing. And so, like, eventually I was just like, I can't do it. I was having so much trouble, like, I would prep for the next session, and then the next session wouldn't happen. And then I'd have to totally re-prep because I forgot all the stuff I had prepped for the session. And so that's what happened to that game, unfortunately. But one day I would like to go back to it because we had a lot of fun. And there's like one specific moment for me. There's 2 specific moments for me that really, really put Rollmaster on the map of this is why I want to play it. Okay? Number 1. The crits. I've mentioned the crits before. When you roll your dice, you can crit a lot. So in like Dungeons and Dragons or a similar system, you crit only on a maximum dice roll, right? A 20 on a d20. And then what do? You get to roll your damage dice twice, which doesn't even equal 2 times the damage, right? It equals whatever that was. If your normal attack was a d6 and you rolled 2 d6s and they were both 1s, that's a crappy crit, right? You got 2 damage. It doesn't feel that great. And so anyways, this one here has all sorts of crits. The crits range from A to E or something like that, maybe F. It's a whole chart, and you roll on the chart. When you roll your attack, you get told, oh, I'm going to do X hits, which is damage, and then you're going to do a crit of X criticality, lethality, whatever. And so you look at, oh, I got a B, and you look on the B chart, and you roll again for your crit. And they're open-ended. You can actually roll multiple times and get a really high number. But anyways, you have a thing on there, and it might say you disarm your enemy. Or it might just say you get an extra hit in, and it does 3 more hits. It might say you stun the enemy, you knock them down. There's all sorts of things that happen. But in the one session, right, the party was thieved in the middle of the night by a travel companion. There was actually 3 of them, and they all got up, and the fighter got up, did not put his armor on, which would have taken time. He just charged. He got a sword and he just charged. And I was dreading it. I was like, oh no, he didn't put his armor on, which armor makes a big difference in this game. However, he ran up to the first guy and he crit. And boy, did he crit, because the sword went through the heart of the enemy, an insta-kill, right? An insta-kill. It didn't matter. It didn't matter how much life that enemy had. It could have been a dragon. The fact that he crit the way he did. Here's the thing. It would have been harder for him to crit that way on a dragon. It would have been harder to crit. But because he got that kind of crit and the roll that he made was so good with the crit, it lodged in. It was actually stuck. It said it was going to be stuck in there for 2 rounds or whatever. Like if 2 rounds of actually trying to pull it out. It killed the dude immediately. And the other 2 thieves, because of that, reacted in such a way of, hold up, we're done. Because they were thieves. They weren't murderers. They were equipped, they had weapons, but they weren't looking to kill anyone. They could have killed someone in their sleep. That's not what they wanted to do. They weren't looking to die either. They were taking a job. They wanted to steal something. It ended the combat right there. They gave up. They're like, oh my god, this dude's crazy. What can the rest of the group do? And it shut the whole thing down. That's moment 1. That's moment 1 of this is what this system is capable of, and the stories that you're going to be able to pull out of it are amazing. And by the way, those same things can happen back to the players, which is nuts, right? None of my players got crit like that or anything, so we didn't have that many sessions either. But the other moment the thing I've talked about a lot with this game as well, maybe not on stream, but the spell system, okay? In your Dungeons and Dragons or similar, all your spells are Firebolt, Fireball, Lightning Bolt. You get what I'm getting at, right? They're basically just all attack spells. There are a few non-attack spells, but they're kind of few and far between, and they usually have combat focus abilities, if that makes sense. In this game, it's totally different, by the way. You take a skill or a spell list, right? And it's like 30 different spells or something. 30 levels of spells, if you will. If you are proficient learning it because of your class, by the way, there isn't really a class, but because of your class, I'm going to say that. It's going to simplify things. You actually, when you learn a bit off of it, you learn the first, 10 levels. You learn the first 10 levels of whatever spells are on there. There might not be 10 spells, there might only be 5, but you learn all of the first 10 levels. And quite often, you might pick spell lists that don't have combat, that don't have fireball, that don't have things like that. But you can. There is a fire tree, but it doesn't start off with fireball. Fireball's a high-level spell. So anyways, I had a player who took wind magic and light magic, if I remember correctly. And the level... It's the level 1 spell, by the way. The level 1 spell is to create a breeze. Creates a breeze. It tells you how fast the breeze is and what the how much of a range it can actually, affect. It doesn't do anything good in combat. Well, you might be able to come up with something in combat, but it's not going to do damage. It's not going to knock the enemy over. It's a breeze. It's not like a hurricane force wind. So how do you use this spell? Well, it's creativity. That's how you use the spell. And in the encounter, we had an encounter of it was getting close to nighttime, and the area that they were traveling on a road. However, they were warned earlier in the day about some insects, and they encountered these insects. And now I don't remember exactly what they were, but they were large mosquito-like creatures. I'm trying to piece together everything that happened, but they basically came up, maybe they were bees. Now I don't even remember. It's so funny that I can't remember the exact details, but they created a specific kind of smoke, right? I think they had some herb in it or something as well. And they did that on purpose to they saw them. It was starting to swarm in as it got later and later in the day, as the sun was going down. They saw them, and they knew they were going to have trouble. I think they were more mosquito-like. And they knew that they were going to have trouble. They weren't going to be able to sleep. These things are big. They're not like a mosquito. They're big. And they were like, okay, how can we avoid dying in this situation? And they created the fire. And as they created the fire, they did so on the knowledge of one of the other players, because they were from the area, that a certain type of smoke would keep them at bay. So they could be around the fire and the bugs wouldn't come closer. However, when it came to morning, they still had a problem. The bugs hadn't dispersed, but they could see that they were kind of going down towards the river and whatnot, and it looked like there might have been a way through if they could make it. And the player with the magic spell, Breeze, used it to move the smoke from the fire that they were creating into the cloud of bugs on the road and successfully bypass the whole situation. Which is awesome. I didn't expect that to happen. That was amazing. That was great. That's what I love to see, right? As the DM, your players coming up with creative, clever solutions with their toolbox. Things that you didn't give them the idea to do, that they came up with themselves. That's amazing. That was amazing. It was a great time. The spellcaster felt great about it as well, because actually the spellcaster was feeling a little bad in combat, because they had an attack spell. I gave them an attack spell on a wand specifically because they were going to be kind of useless without it, because they didn't want to take melee weapons or anything, right? They didn't want to use a dagger. So anyways, it turns out if you are the same level as the spell, it takes 3 turns to cast it. You can cast it in shorter, but if you cast it in shorter, your chance to miss goes drastically up. And if you cast it really short, your chance to miscast goes drastically up, which is bad for you and anyone around you. So there are reasons to full charge your spell, to full prepare it before you release it off. And unfortunately, the few times they got a spell off, it missed, and so they weren't having the best of times in combat because of that. But outside of combat, they started to shine a little bit, and I loved it. I loved it a lot, and I really want to get back to that system. I really do. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but one day. I have the books; they're not going anywhere. One day. Sorry, that was a 30-minute tangent. We'll get back to the game. Gotta try and remember where we are. It's been so long since we played last. Can I get back here? No, of course not. What do we got here? Revolver. We're full on ammo. Is this the correct way? I'm not even sure. It can't be the correct way. Right? That's got to be the correct way. I feel like it is because the light's over that way. When in doubt, go towards the light, right? Here we go. This is the correct path, I think. Gotta be. I'm legit not, like, entirely sure which direction we came from, because I just talked so very long. Oh, we came from down there. Okay, perfect. Okay. We have reoriented. What game are we playing? I think it's called Wake the Alan from His Nightmare. This rock looks weird. Walking around it. Alright, we are definitely going to get attacked down here. This feels dangerous.
Damn.
Oh, great. Do you see him? He's right there. Actually, I don't know that I want the shotgun out. If he gets close to us, it'll be great. But if he doesn't, we want the handgun. Oh, I thought he stopped behind that tree. He definitely did not. Whoa! Guy behind. A couple guys behind. Hold on, I'm popping a flare. Because that's a big dude. I didn't even notice! Oh, come on. Ah! Yeah, the other guy's hitting me from behind now. Oh, come on. Stay close. I've got the shotgun out. Boom! Boom! Okay. But man, that tangent, we went from just like public speaking to DMing to fun game stories. I stand by that. I still stand by that. I feel like everyone should, at some point, play a role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game, in person, and then run one. I'm trying to figure out where the game wants us to go, because I actually think it's up this way, which I'm surprised. This didn't feel like the right way to go. I don't think it is the right way to go. Maybe it is the right way to go. Shit. Of course, we've got another one of these dudes, and we've got another one of these dudes. Something big sounded like up there. Thought he was gonna hit us. Do you think he's like regaining his shadow protection when we're not hitting him with the light? Because that would really suck. What is happening? Let's do that. Okay, that guy's down. There's coffee. Oh, we've got another one of those jerks. Flashbang. That's a good one to find. I wonder if we're... That was a long-range shotgun shot. I wonder if we're safe in here. It's kind of feeling like it, isn't it? Like, look, they're coming up to the side here, but they can't get in. Unless it's from the front. Do I throw a flashbang and try to get him? Oh wait, did we get the... We didn't get the mini-boss with it, dang, did we? Ah, of course not. Run. Hey look, a boat! We read about that boat. It came out from the bottom of the lake. I do think he's regaining his shield. That was a thing. Okay. Safe point. Found. Yeah, replenished our 2 revolver shots. Totally worth it. Nothing back there. Okay. Moving on. Up the hill is the correct path. Oh crap, indeed. I'm gonna hide behind this rock. Okay. We lived. Congratulations, us. I'm just peeking for coffee over here. No coffee was found this day. This is gonna fling everything you can possibly find, isn't it? Look at that. Another boat. Is it another boat? Or is it the same boat? Was it picked up? Thrown again? Fun! Oh, that's a bigger boat. Cue the, we need a bigger boat meme. Oh, can we get in there? Oh, come on. Don't tease me like this. Oh, it's an invisible wall, even though there's a doorway right there. Ah! What? What just happened? That was dirty, game. There's more of it. At least we know. Okay. What do we think the ending's actually gonna be like, right? Like, are we gonna have a boss battle like all the boss battles we've had so far? Or are we gonna do something different? Not sure. I honestly don't know what it's gonna look like. The flame. Well, that looks like a little bit of a mini battle arena, if I've ever seen one. One moment before we get there. need to take a quick, non-commercial break. Pushing all the wrong buttons, by the way. I'll just be a moment. I'll be right back. I see the dancing. I see the dancing. We can do that too. Goodbye to the music, though. Goodbye. Back to the scary sounds of Alan Wake. We resume. We resume. The darkness wears her face. Okay, so we've seen a lot of these messages sort of repeating now. Just fine, I guess. We are totally full on flares? Oh, no, those were handheld flares. Okay. Oh, boy. Look, they are gearing us to the teeth right now. I can't imagine we lose our gear before the final fight, right? And we could always be wrong. There's a possibility that the final fight isn't in this chapter, but it's feeling like it is, doesn't it? The darkness controls the Taken. Sure does. Even our teeth have ammo. Wow. That's an image I've never thought of before. Now, are the teeth ammo, or do the teeth have the ammo? I'm trying to, understand what we need to do. This looks like a generator. We might need to go over there and start that. Supply box. I mean, I'm guessing we need to go that way somehow. Is that a generator? Oh, wait, is that a lift? That looks like an elevator, maybe. Oh, look. This right here is the button for the elevator, and we need to start the engine over here in order to get that to run. Okay. The teeth have ammo to shoot their tiny tooth-sized guns. No, that makes perfect sense. They have faces, too. I find it funny that we have to start a generator to get the electricity going when there's clearly electricity. I mean, it's maybe not on the correct line because it's broken, maybe. Get more flashbangs? No way. I'm gonna leave those other flare. I might just equip the flare gun right now. I hear a chainsaw. I'm glad we equipped the flare gun. No, you don't! So says me! Whoa! Whoa! It's one of the mini boss guys. Okay. Hold on a second. Like, that was really easy. I didn't even, like, explore the area. I feel bad about not exploring the area. Tiny look around. Like, I don't want to get hit and die here. Really don't. But I do want to make sure that there's nothing, like, over here, like a manuscript page. Probably nightmare mode, right? Ow! How dare you? How darest thou? Shakespeare wrote part of this game. I think. Okay. I've now explored enough for my curiosity's sake. Get out of here, I'm in the light. We're spinning. We're spinning. Our light is going out. Not cool. Manuscript. Definitely in the contributing authors. Yeah.
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
I willed it, and it was. That's powerful. That's real powerful. Also, are we going to see Zane again? After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream. We might run into him again. Also, I wanted to take a look at this. Look how many of the pages here are Nightmare pages. Again, I do wonder, if you play the game again on Nightmare and you get all the Nightmare manuscript pages, do those, in some way, make the story different? And I don't mean make the story different. I mean give you a different interpretation of the story. As in, we're going to see what happens by virtue of playing the game. But if we read all the pages, will our understanding of what that is change? And it really makes me want to do a Nightmare run. Not enough to, like, do one next, exactly, but could be a thing. It could be a thing in the future. We'll see. We have so many games on the list. I don't know that we can really afford multiple playthroughs because we just don't have the time.
Turn back now.
Or what? Or what? You'll prevent us from ever seeing our wife? Oh no, not these things. Ow! Don't touch it, just get close to it. Gotta be careful of this thing. Burn, baby, burn. Woohoo! We just barely dodged that one. Oh my goodness. How are we supposed to burn through this one? That was really good timing for seeing enemies coming up on us. Keep burning that, would you? Oh, it did. Perfect. I saw our shadow and I thought it was a shadow guy.
Do as you're told.
We stop for a moment when that happens. Where are these beams coming from, you think? Hold on, was that one also shadowy? No. I wonder if we had tried to walk underneath that one, if it would have, like, swung down and killed us. I guess it's just a plant. It looked like it was a shadow creature. Something about to spawn. The beam dimension. The dimension directly opposite ours, where that beam came from. Makes sense. Alice never left us. I wish they'd show us a slightly different scene of her with Alice. I guess they don't want me to fall down here. So this is the bridge to the lake, right? Like the lake cabin? This doesn't look like the way we took down to it last time. But that looks like the sign, if you will. Okay. That one made me jump a little bit. Just a little. I hear birds, I hear birds. Hold up. We're kind of safe in here at the moment, I think. I don't know, we're moving. I would like to stay behind the big rocks. I think these rocks provide us a nice safety. Make sure there's no birds. I hear birds, but I think they're just ambient sound effects. Okay then, let's take a peek. What do we see over here? Checking for enemies. What do we see? Is this the crater lake? But is it empty? Does it look drained? Or are we just like really, really high above it? I'm not 100% sure of that. This feels like a terrible idea. Could it not just throw one of those at us right now and kill us? Don't you do it! Don't you do it! They did it. What jerks. Can't believe they did it. I'm absolutely burning through batteries on this. These things are so hard to like take out. It's either that or a lot of flares or flashbangs or whatever.
You can't win.
Whoa! Oh, I didn't see the jump. I didn't see the jump. You hope Alice had pants on? She didn't. She didn't have pants on. We got it. We got it. Got the other thing too? Destroy the tornado. Oh. Haven't you ever destroyed a tornado before?
You can't win.
Ho ho ho, that was scary. Flare gun ammo. I don't... Bam. Is that doing anything? Oh, I gotta reload it. I don't know, I'll just keep shooting the middle? I mean, look. Oh, they give us unlimited ammo. I'm gonna try and destroy the stuff. I don't know if that's the thing to do, but bam. This feels weird. You've never taken your lance through a tornado? Well, I mean, are you the hero of the story or not, Bomber?
I had to get light into its heart to hurt it.
Oh, into the heart. Thank you. Okay. I can't tell if we're doing anything, though. What I can tell is that we can get a lot more players. We have the option to go closer, right? I think we have to go closer.
You will fail.
That was loud. Tornado rain! That's very loud. Sorry if it's like blowing your eardrums out. If I recall, we turned the sounds down in this game quite a bit. You fight windmills every day. Ah, I see, Don Quixote. I see. Did we really throw the flare gun down? The thing that we should probably keep with us? And we click. Or, oh no, wait, we don't click it until we're in the water. Because that wouldn't work for some reason, right?
Hell!
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
Yeah.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
It's using
Turn the lights
her
on.
now, like it did with
Turn the lights
Barbara.
on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the
No
clicker?
pants.
What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed.
I mean, they have lights on over there. Look out the window. I mean, when the darkness goes away. There's definitely lights on in that other apartment over there. So, just saying. Okay, I can't use that light switch. Gotta look for something. Oh, you know what? There was How did you
Alan,
get there?
You're scaring me now. Come back to bed.
Put some pants on.
Pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman?
She is as she was when she was
I read
taken.
the manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning.
Where would I mean? I'm assuming we're looking for the clicker. Yeah, that's our goal. Where would we have it? We gave it to Alice. Theoretically, if we gave it to Alice, she would have the clicker in here, right? This is her office, or it would be like on her nightstand in the bedroom. How about we just leave? We'll just leave. We'll ditch the city. We'll never come back. No. Okay. I'm looking at that photo going, that might be a real photo. Alright. She has moved again.
Come back to bed, Alan.
Come
Ugh. Also, look, the clicker is it's got text above it, just like we said. How the words are like coming to life, if you will. Wait. Hold up. We have the option to pick the clicker up. I had to burn whatever off of the clicker in order to pick it up. We can now have the option of shining the light at Alice. That's kind of weird, right? Gone. I mean, we knew it wasn't really her anyways. Hashtag free Alice. Oh, look, it's Tom.
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light. Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
What? What?
Use the clicker.
What? Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scratch. But I don't actually think he said Mr. Scratch. I think the text said Scratch on the subtitles. But I think that was supposed to be the audio sound of a scratch. He's Mr. Redacted. Your friends will meet him after you're done. Okay. Text! Oh, look, the words are coming to life. Hold on, what's behind us? Anything? Thermos. Is this how we get a new coffee thermos? Yep. We have no guns. We have 20 batteries, though. Bird. I don't know if there's a reason to shining the light on everything, but we're gonna. The phone's ringing. I'm gonna answer the phone. Every time we do one of those, I hear the typewriter. Listen for the typewriter. Oh, well, hold on, that's taking a long time. We'll answer the phone first.
I followed the idea of a path.
I followed the idea of a path, right? So the path is there, but I want to do this one. Click, 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 click of the typewriter. The path. It's only an idea.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop! Put the light back on!
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
Is this denial? Has Alice actually left us a very long time ago, and this is a denial sort of thing, and we're now actually remembering the real truth, the reality? I don't think that's the case. I think that's the darkness, tampering here to try to get us to lose heart, if you will. Across the ocean with a bridge. Bird. Look, it's Diver's Isle. I hope there's a trophy.
I promise to be good. Please, untie me, naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
Your heart is filled with darkness. I'll cut it out. I'll take you back to the depths you came from.
Whoa. Okay, so Barbara died. Tom used the power to bring Barbara back, but she was filled with darkness. Is this where the darkness entity came from? By bringing Barbara back, it brought something with it? Is that how it happened? And then he cut her heart out. And what we just heard, it sounded like a non... The story is great. The story is great. It sounded like a fake version of Barbara, right? The darkness Barbara talking. But then when he cut the heart out, it sounded like, no, Tom, no. That sounded like maybe it was really Barbara. Because maybe she was still in there. Maybe he brought her back and then actually had to kill her. But she was also possessed with the darkness entity. Bird. I see Bird Leg Cabin on the right, so I'm gonna do that one last. What if you have to get the telephone pole in order to get a specific message from the phone? Because it makes sense that the phone would have a telephone pole. Right? I willed the cabin to be real. I mean, we clearly know what we have to do here. I'm not entirely sure what the point of the phone boxes are. I don't mind them. Bird. By the way, I did notice this before. I don't know if I called it out, but the way that they have the windows and they're round, and then they have this bit here, it kind of looks like a face, does it not? I had to check to see if it was going to be different. Bird.
Get away from me, you hag! Where am I? Let me go!
Alice! I'm coming!
Was that actually something Alice said?
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
Oh, let's be real. We could have done everything it wanted us to do. It was never letting us or Alice go. If it had the option, right? That wasn't a thing that was going to happen. Do you think I'll take damage? Oh, it's just a wall. Okay. I had to check. Cutscene. Ooh. Fancy cutscene.
Now you will never get her back.
Cut the heart out.
I am much older than you.
Put the clicker in and
Older
click
than your
it.
first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
So where are we, like, in reality?
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice?
Have we rewound time?
Oh no!
You hope Alan wrote her some pants. You put your hope in the wrong place. He wrote her life. He wrote her freedom. She can find her own pants.
Alan?
Alan? Where are you? What do you remember, Alice? There has to be a scene after this, right? This can't be the final scene. Deerfest, everyone! Deerfest! We're never gonna get to participate in Deerfest! No! Hey, wait! Some of the people that we've seen here died, right? Was that Nightingale behind her? Rose was touched by the darkness.
It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
Departure, trophy earned. Hard-boiled writer, trophy earned. I think we'll take a peek at those trophies too. It was him. You think that was him in the window? I'm not sure. I kind of think it might have been Nightingale, but I don't really know. We also didn't see Barry at the end, did we? Or did I just miss him? Oh, it was him, Nightingale. Okay. That song is 100% going to be claimed. I'm cutting audio off of that one. Major Control to... Or sorry, Control to Major Tom. I have a feeling Elton John doesn't let his music play on Twitch. All right. Thomas Zane didn't understand the scales. He didn't understand that you have to give in order to take. Alan is trapped. He traded. Yeah, he traded himself for Alice, but not only that, I'm pretty sure there were people there who died as the Taken that we killed. I feel like they came back, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But, like, one of those guys I thought we killed at the logging camp. I say. I'll give you other music. Maybe nightmare mode will explain things. Honestly, I think it might. I think it's going to give us additional context. The other thing too is I think the final page of the manuscript was a nightmare mode manuscript page, wasn't it? That final page is the page we wrote at the end. I do wonder though, will anyone in the town remember what happened or not? Like, I'm not sure. Rose, clearly affected. And that was Nightingale. Nightingale was clearly affected as well, and we killed him, right? Like, we brought everyone back, but anyone who was already touched by the darkness, I think is going to have a bad life. I do wonder, Thomas Zane wrote Cynthia Weaver as the light in the darkness. He wrote her to be the keeper of the clicker, right? And one of her rules was never leave without the lantern. Do we think that we've given ourselves a backup as well with Rose? Because she had that lantern at the end. All right, I'm gonna jump past the credits. All right, sorry. Cut the music off and back to here. Press any button to play. This is a new screen here. We've got sunlight on Diver's Isle. I like that. I love it when games do that. You like the idea of Rose being a backup? I don't know. It seems like it might be, right? We have an episodes. I can select them on those. There's a continue game button. Interesting. I'm going to click the new game real quick. We do have Nightmare unlocked, clearly now. Okay. I wonder if continue game puts you right back at the end, or if it is like a new game plus. I can't imagine it's a new game plus. What's under extras? Kills with a revolver, 243. Flare gun, 51. Shotgun, 90. Hunting rifle, 14. Yeah, we didn't use that very much. Flashbangs 46, vehicles 18. Indirect kills are probably like when we get them to go into the light. Like we were doing on that bridge every time we respawned. Poltergeist objects, man. Birds killed. Look how many birds are on there, holy cow. It says we used 85 batteries. I don't actually believe that number. I think we picked up 85 batteries. I think we had 85 batteries. I don't think we used 85 batteries. 10 pyramids knocked over. Oh well. I kept seeing them. And the very first time I shot it. And then after that I was like, man, I really want to conserve my ammo. I was afraid of running out of ammo. I was so terrified of that. And I didn't need to be, clearly, right? We always had way more ammo than we needed. And so we skipped over a whole bunch of those pyramids. We found 89 of the 100 coffee thermoses. I think that's really good for a first playthrough, right? We got 89% of them. We got almost all of them, right? 25 of the 30 chests. I'm surprised we missed any, honestly. Radio shows found 11. TV shows found 14. Nice. Signs found 17. I wonder what signs those are. Alarm clocks found 0. I didn't know that was a thing. Cardboard standees found 0. We found cardboard, we found the cardboard standees of ourself. We found those, but I didn't know we could do anything with them. You know what I mean? Like, there was that one that was in Hartman's clinic area that like got us stuck and we had to restart the game. I didn't see anything that we could click on there. Maybe I had to shoot it. I don't believe we ever tried shooting it. And Night Springs video games found. We didn't have a concept of that either. Wow. I do wonder, is it possible any of those are only found on Nightmare mode? And the only reason I say that is because I'm surprised that we went through the whole game and didn't find a single one of those types of collectibles. That's weird, right? We didn't see anything that we could interact with. We did a fairly good job of exploration. We could have done a better job in areas with the car, right? With the car, we definitely could have jumped out and ran around a whole lot. And there was a couple sections in the woods where we could have, like, pushed our luck with guys constantly spawning on us to, like, check out the sides and everything. But other than that, I'd say like all the buildings and everything that we investigated, we thoroughly investigated, and I didn't see any of those. And I'm imagining it's just a click on it with circle, right? Not a shoot, just a click, like the coffee thermoses. That's neat. Playback, is this gonna be cutscenes? Yeah, okay, so we can come here, we can find all of our manuscript pages. And we're missing 3. They're all Nightmare. Did we miss any that weren't Nightmare? We did. We missed one at the very end of episode 2. We missed one in episode 3. And then, of course, the Nightmare. We missed the end one of episode 4. None, no missing in 5 and 6. We did miss 1 and 6 right there. Honestly, I bet you these last 5 pages have a lot of detail on them. This one here, The Way Through the Dark Place, is us explaining. It's us writing our way. We willed the bridge to exist. We willed the cabin to exist, right? That's what this is. These pages are... we attack the darkness, right? We write some things for the ending. You know what I mean? Like, there's like 4 pages, basically. that are going to be all ending, and we missed all of them. Ah! But I do kind of wonder, right? If we go back to episodes, and I'm just going to click on normal, because it's possible on... Oh, we can't even click Nightmare anyways, because we haven't played it. Special, the Signal, and the Writer? I don't know what those are. I do wonder, you know what, I don't want to click it because I don't want it to start episode 6 all over again, but I do wonder if it gives you, like, checkpoints you can start at within each episode. Anyways, just under 3-hour stream to finish off Alan Wake. That was fantastic. Those missing manuscript pages are going to haunt me a little bit. It might actually inform us on another playthrough. It might happen, right? Let's check our trophies out though. 35 of 68. We only got 54% of them. I don't know what that button does. Pinned aside, no thank you. So clearly, right, we did not get all. Listened to Hartman's record. Okay, so we did get this one. Great. Shown light upon this night of otherworldly fiends. Complete the game on Nightmare. Oh wait, we didn't get this one. Wait, oh, are all these are all the ones we didn't get? Wait. The Signal and the Writer, these are these DLCs or something? I'm so confused. Hold on, view all trophies. I want to see everything here. The Signal and the Writer. They were definitely in the episode select. I kind of wonder if we hit continue. If we hit continue game, if it puts us in the Signal. I'm definitely gonna look that up. I'm gonna look up the Signal and the Writer and see what those are, and that might inform on what our next actions are. But if we actually look at this trophy list, perfect. We can see ones that we've gotten. We've gotten Follow the Light, Nordic Walking, Boob Tube. But we didn't get this one. Listened to Hartman's recordings. Huh. I thought we did. I thought we listened to everything we could have in Hartman's office there, but okay. We did not get Child of the Elder God either. Okay. Let's keep going down. Let's see the ones we missed. Complete the game on Nightmare. Dropped 50 taken with the hunting rifle. Oh, okay. Just use the rifle more. 50 taken, felt your fury. Your flashbang. Oh, we got 46 kills, if I remember correctly, on the flashbangs. Changed batteries 100 times. We could have done that more often. I was trying not to do that. The canned pyramids. You made it all the way to Cauldron Lake Lookout in under 30 minutes? Is this like during episode 2 or something, right? There was the episode where we were like running back to the lake, and then when we got there, there was no building there or something. Maybe that's it, I don't know. Yeah, because I think we were trying to get out that way when we were chasing the kidnapper. Fought your way through the streets of Bright Falls without getting killed? Ah, yeah, we didn't do that. Make it all the way from the dam to Cauldron Lake without firing a single bullet. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Those are some interesting trophies. All the hidden chests, we missed 5. Found every manuscript page in normal. We did almost, right? There was like 3 I think we missed. Man. Maybe 4. And then this is the Nightmare ones. We were 11 coffee thermoses away. Hold on. all the radio, all the TV shows, and then examined every sign and point of interest in the Bright Falls area. Man, we got a lot of those signs. We definitely clicked on a lot of things, but we didn't get them all. Okay. Okay. There are 2 potential expansions, if you will, onto this that we may check out at a future date, but this is where we end the stream for tonight. And again, I thank everyone who's been here, who checked out this, and if you're watching on YouTube, hey, come by the stream sometime, you know, take part in the conversation. It'll probably be a lot of fun if you do, but if you don't, I also do appreciate you watching the stuff on YouTube. So anyways, with that, Merc Terrain signing off, and make sure to keep your flashlight handy tonight. And thank you for the follow, Lisa Jean. Good night, Mr. Bomber Palmer.